Welcome to another edition of the Mizzou Minute. I'm Todd Palmer, beat writer for the Kansas City Star. Here today to talk about, obviously, the big news with the dismissal of Maty Mauk permanently from the football program. Maty Mauk had been suspended 3 times since September. The third one came earlier this week when there was a video released of Maty appearing to sniff a white powdery substance off a table. And that video was anywhere from 1 year to 2 years old. The video was the reason Mauk was suspended on Monday, but it was not ultimately the reason that he was dismissed Thursday. Basically, when he was reinstated in December by Barry Odom, who was hired in early December as Gary Pinkel's replacement, Maty Mauk was put on zero tolerance at that time, and Missouri apparently believes that Maty had not lived up to that expectation during the last 2 months. He just hasn't been able to walk a fine line that Missouri required of him. It's come to light that his suspension in September was for a failed drug test, and then after he had satisfied the requirements Missouri laid out for reinstatement at that time, he was reinstated on October 25th, only to, within hours of apologizing to the team in a heartfelt team meeting, go out and get involved in a drunken bar confrontation at the Fieldhouse in Columbia, and that precipitated his second suspension for the remainder of the season. I was told that Gary Pinkel probably would not have allowed Maty Mauk back on the team after those 2 incidents, but Barry Odom decided to give him a second chance, and I'm all for second chances, but obviously Maty didn't satisfy the requirements, and third chances are rare in life. So Maty issued a statement today thanking the athletic department, thanking his coaches, and especially thanking his teammates and fans for the support they've shown, not only in this last week, because many of his teammates did come to his defense after the video surfaced and said, look, it's 2 years old. This is an issue that Maty's been addressing, and making the case that Maty'd been clean and that they were proud of the work he'd been doing to make himself better. But obviously Missouri found something that ran counter to that in the course of their investigation after this video, and so Maty Mauk's no longer a Tiger. And it closes and at times exhilarating and at times exhausting chapter in Missouri football history. I mean, Maty was 17-5 as the quarterback. He was part of 2 SEC East championship teams. He was part of the 2013 Cotton Bowl team and the 2014 Citrus Bowl team. Without Maty going 3-1 after James Franklin suffered the shoulder injury in 2013, that magical first breakthrough season doesn't happen if Maty doesn't toe the line there and get the job done as James Franklin healed. And then, of course, last year, even though he struggled at times, they still went 11-3 and still made another SEC championship game. Maty's 4th all-time in touchdowns thrown at Missouri. So it's disappointing that it had to end this way, but I think ultimately Barry Odom was painted into a corner where he no longer had a choice, and the Missouri Athletic Department had to part ways, and that came down today. For more information, be sure to go to kansascity.com. You can read all about the Maty Mauk dismissal and what led up to that. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more developments about everything to do with Mizzou athletics moving forward.